Hello, my people. It's nice being with you once again. This is your channel, Bossman channel, where you learn, where you live, and where you love. Thank you for always being with us. You know, I was in the shower a few minutes ago, and something came to my mind. And I would say whether it's affirmation or prayer, there's such a way, that what we speak to ourselves, go a long way in pushing us to reach the realms, that we want to get to. In my local language, we say something and I will try to interpret it. It simply says, whether prayers or, like I said, whether affirmation will come to pass or not, it's far better than a curse. So it's better to affirm or to pray whether it will come to pass, than cursing yourself. I know a lot of times people will come to say, if what we say to ourselves, will come to pass, why not just say that I will have $50 billion, let it come to pass. So it may not work like that. And I will give you some examples, and maybe share, one story that I'm not too sure if I'm comfortable to share, but let me start from there. When I was in my elementary school, I was young. I mean, nothing to be ashamed of, but I was old enough to be aware. And one thing that I discovered then was, I would go to bed, wake up and discover that, the bed is wet again. So I was at the age where I'm aware, but I was still bedwetting. So two issues then is the bedwetting and the fact that, I always, I will always have nightmares. I didn't like both, Like I said, they just probably spanked you or talked to you a day before then, and you wake up again and, oh man, the bed is wet. And I know some people that are watching this can relate to that, even though they may not tell their partners or the people around them. But, I know a lot of people can relate to that. I didn't like it. And what I did then as a young boy, I will call it prayers. But I was young, not that I knew how to really pray then as well. Is that before I go to sleep, most times, I will repeat the word. I don't want to bedwet and I don't want to have nightmares. I will repeat it until I fall asleep. And to be candid, it was getting better. I noticed that the days that I affirmed this, I always, I'll wake up dry and I will not have that nightmare. Sometimes when I forget, I'll wake up and discover that, I missed that because something, like I said, has happened. So I grew up to know that, affirmation is very, very critical. I've had the opportunity to mentor a lot of people as per career, especially in this part of the world. Part of what I always say to them is also the power of affirmation. When you are going to an interview, when you are applying for a job, when you are starting a new job, when you are still at that part where it seems that you are struggling, the best thing that you can wake up every day to tell yourself is that I can do it. I can get it. Sometimes not because of pride. You can even look at people around you, people that, maybe you did well better than in school, or people that that you can do. They are doing some of these jobs, or they are rising in their career. They are doing businesses and they are succeeding. And you can tell yourself too, if they can do it, I can do it as well. I was fortunate to grow up with brothers, with siblings who are very brilliant, who were, and at the point when I was like struggling or wasn't too serious with my work, what I would tell myself is this: if they are doing it and we came from the same womb, man, I can do it as well. And until I start changing things for myself, So what am I saying today? Don't let people tell you that, the word you speak to yourself is not powerful enough, especially when you are affirming positive things. I don't know what situation you are today. That's the way I feel. And like I said, I don't know your religion. I don't know, but you can always speak positive things to yourself. It may have been difficult. Speak to yourself that things will become easy, for you. You might have been struggling. Speak it to yourself, that the struggle we cease at this time. The road may have been rough, but speak to yourself that the road will be leveled at this point. You might have been struggling and even settling down wherever you are. But I tell you, speak to yourself, that it will get better. Yesterday might have been so tough. Speak to yourself that tomorrow will be great. Speak to yourself that the best is yet to come. And who you are or who you will become tomorrow will be far much better than who you were yesterday. Thank you once again for watching. Again, don't forget the power of affirmation, the power of speaking positive things to yourself, the power of positive thinking. Because till we meet again, I'm sure you always continue to do great things. Thank you.